We are here this morning at the Office of Health from the Inside Out, and I have my brother-in-law, Brough, and he is the president of Baptist for Israel Institute. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Well, very excited about that. And we've partnered together with Baptist for Israel Institute to do a trip in Israel, November of 2019. We're going to be leaving on a Monday. I believe it's the 5th. You can check the dates on the website. But this is going to be a fantastic trip, a tour of the Holy Land. We're going to get to see where Jesus walked. We're going to see where civilizations were developed. We're going to see where the Bible really comes alive. And so, Brad, in maybe just a few moments, can you give me an elevator speech of what does a trip to Israel look like when we're going to be partnering with you?
Okay. I prefer the escalator speech.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
It's a little bit different, living in the Middle East. But basically what you'll do as you arrive, we'll spend one night in Tel Aviv, which is really close to the Ben Gurion airport where you're flying in. And then we'll be seeing sites all along the way. Caesarea, where Paul launched off from to spread the gospel. Nazareth, where Jesus grew up. Around the Sea of Galilee for a few days. And all along the way, we're also doing these counseling emphasis that I'm really excited about. I've never really done that before, but partnering with your ministry, Help from the Inside Out, we're going to be doing unique things that I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
And we'll also be going down to the Dead Sea for one night, to the desert, staying at a Bedouin lodge, and riding camels for 2 hours by the Egyptian border. And then we'll end up the trip in Jerusalem, where Jesus was crucified and where he rose from the dead at the Garden Tomb. Yeah. So it's going to be a great trip.
Brad, quick question. One of the things I get feedback on with prospective clients before we go on these trips is, what about safety? We're going into the Middle East. We're going into Israel. What about safety there? Should we be concerned about that?
No, just bring your Kevlar vest and your fully automated weapon and you'll just be good. No, I've lived in Israel for more than 20 years and never have I felt like our safety is in jeopardy. Our 2 daughters grew up there, and my wife too feels very safe. And sometimes we do have to change our schedule a little bit because we're listening to the news and we're engaged with what's going on. And our number one concern whenever anyone comes is their safety.
Yeah.
So it's never been an issue.
Yeah. Well, with Health from the Inside Out, some of the things that we want to do on this trip is we want to have a physical component each day. Now, these are optional physical components to the trip, but some of those things would be taking a 5K run in the morning or doing a hike up Masada, correct?
Yeah, we're staying at the base of Masada, and we're going to make a sunrise climb up the mountain.
Yeah. Now, last year I was able to do that. It was a fantastic, great memory maker. And we hiked up Masada, which is maybe a 2-mile hike?
It's less than that, but you're going from 1,200 feet below sea level to above sea level.
Yeah.
So it's a vertical climb.
Yeah, it's a vertical climb. But yeah, it was definitely well worth it. And we get to take a cable car on the way down then.
And I didn't know we were going to be doing 5K runs in the morning. I mean, I never run less than 10, but hey.
Now tell us about...
I train down for it.
What is it like running in Jerusalem? Because we're going to have a morning run in Jerusalem. What's that going to be like?
Oh, I love running in Jerusalem. Running through the Kidron Valley where the kings of Israel were anointed, sandwiched between Mount of Olives where Jesus ascended into heaven and Mount Moriah where the temple was and where Abraham was brought to test him, see if he was willing to sacrifice his only son, Isaac, and then running through the old city.
Yeah.
Great run.
Now, one other thing that you've mentioned to me is this hike that Jesus would have walked in the Galilee. Tell me about that.
Yeah. Jesus grew up in Nazareth, and where he ministered mainly was on the Sea of Galilee, Capernaum. In Scripture, Capernaum is mentioned as his city. And he was there because that's where all the people were. Going from the north to the south, they always followed the water in the Sea of Galilee. Even in tribal times, it was the border between Zebulun and Naphtali. It was a Roman border. Yeah. And so he was situated in that area. We're going to be hiking from, not so far, but a few miles in the direction of Nazareth toward the Sea of Galilee, a beautiful natural pass called the Arbel Cliff, and it was one of the historic passage routes leading into the Sea of Galilee area.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I haven't been able to be a part of that, and I'm looking forward to that aspect of our trip. Brad, a couple other questions I get. What's the food like, and where will we be staying?
We'll be staying at either 4-star hotels or resort-type accommodations. And in most cases, we'll be eating breakfast in the morning at the hotel and buffet style, and a buffet style supper in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And then lunch is usually traditional Israeli fast food like shawarma or falafel or a picnic in different places. And my wife, as you can see, is a great cook. Well, I run it off, but so delicious food all along the way. And a lot of different choices.
Yeah.
Middle Eastern type, but Israel cuisine is really eclectic as far as food kind of from all over the world. It's kind of like a Middle East potluck.
Yeah, fantastic. I didn't go hungry when I was there, and I'm a picky eater, but we love the food when we were in Israel as well. Last thing I just want to touch on, Brad mentioned that we're going to have a kind of a counseling component each day. And what that looks like is at the end of each day, we're going to circle back together as a group at our resort hotel. And we're just going to process the day. What is it, how were you stretched physically? How were you stretched mentally? How were you stretched relationally? And how were you stretched spiritually? What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about the group? What did you learn about life with Christ? And so we really look forward to this trip and having that component of processing each day as we walk through the Holy Land. I hope you can join us. If you have more questions, please check out our website or give the office a call, because I'd love to answer any questions you'd have. Looking forward to seeing you in November 2019. Thanks.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you too.
Yeah, that's
in
right.
the scenery of Scripture.
That's right.
The modern miracle of Israel. See you
Great.
there.
Thanks, Brad.
Yeah.